In the ancient world, silence was sacred. Stillness wasn't something to escape, it was something to enter. The Stoics of Greece, like Marcus Aurelius, kept journals, not for the world to see, but to untangle their thoughts from within. In his meditations, he wrote not to impress, but to survive, a private channel for an overloaded mind. Fast forward to today, and we are surrounded by a noise that never ends. Every swipe, scroll, notification adds a layer to our already buzzing nervous system. We are consuming more content in a day than a 17th century human might have seen in a lifetime. Studies from the University of California, San Diego show that the average person takes in 34 gigabytes of information daily, the equivalent of reading 100,000 words. But how much do we express in return? In biology, there's a law: homeostasis, the body's drive for balance. Too much salt? We flush it. Too much heat? We sweat. But what happens when there's too much emotion, too many ideas, too many dreams, and no place to put them? That's when the soul begins to suffocate. Psychologist Carl Jung spoke of the shadow self, the parts of us we suppress or ignore. When we don't release our creativity, our frustration, our grief, it doesn't vanish. It hides, it hardens, and then it leaks as anxiety, as exhaustion, as burnout masked as ambition. We think we're just tired. But what we really are is overfull. That's why we must release as much as we consume, not just externally but emotionally, because expression isn't vanity. It's ventilation. In Japan, artists practice kintsugi, the art of repairing broken pottery with gold. They don't hide the cracks. They honor them, make them visible, beautiful. And in that, they release the shame of imperfection. In the same way, we too need a sacred space. Not always a brand, not always a platform, but a channel, a personal ecosystem of expression. Maybe it's a second Instagram page with no followers, a YouTube channel with no pressure, a voice note folder, a diary with ink stains and typos, a space not to perform, but to purge, to write what you're too tired to explain, to sketch the feeling that never fit into words, to sing the thing you were never allowed to cry about. Even the greats had their hidden spaces. Da Vinci's notebooks, full of half-drawn inventions and mirrored writing, were never meant for the world. But without those pages, we may have never had the helicopter, the glider, or the smile of the Mona Lisa. So if you're always feeling like your mind is exploding, it's not because you're doing too much, it's because you're feeling too much and not releasing enough. You're not chaotic. You're just creative without a valve. And creation without release is compression. So this is your permission to create your own sacred dump zone, to let it be messy, honest, unfiltered, a soft rebellion in a world obsessed with filters. You don't owe anyone an audience, but you owe your soul a channel. Because when we release, we alchemize. And in that alchemy, we return to balance, we return to breath, we return to ourselves.